Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I shall be teaching you how to draft basic bodies with Princess Dart. We start the drafting by representing all of our vertical lines. The first is the shoulder line, followed by the bust line. The bust line is 10 inches away from the shoulder line. The next line is the under bust line, which is 13 inches from the shoulder line, and the other line is the waistline, which is 17 inches away from the bust line, from the shoulder line. So these are what we need. We need the shoulder line, the bust line, and the under bust line, then the waistline. This is what we need. So what we are going to now going to calculate is calculate for the chest line. The chest line is that the chest divided by 4 minus 1. Our chest is 9. We divide it by 4. We got 9 minus 1. We got 8. So we mark it as the chest line. So the first thing we're going to do is to put the shoulder measurement, and the shoulder width is 3. The shoulder measurement is 8. So we extend that 8 inches downward to the chest line. And the next thing we shall be doing is to put our shoulder slope. Our shoulder slope is 1.5 on that particular line. Then draw a line diagonally to the shoulder, to the neck width. So we are going to impute the neck depth. We are using the neck depth of 3.5 inches. Then the neck depth of 3.5 inches. Then we draw a straight line there so that we can get the U shape very well. Then we draw the other line from the neck width, and so that it will be perpendicular. Then use our curve rule, that's our French curve, to bring out the U shape of the front neck. So we're done with that. Then the next thing we are going to be doing is take the bust span measurement. Our bust span was 8. We divide it by 2. We get 4 inches. So we mark 4 inches at the waistline and at the bust line. We mark it from the waistline to the bust line. So we come down by this point. We are going to introduce a new bust point, which is 3/4 inch down from the initial bust point. Then we'll go to the waistline and introduce our dart spacing, which is 3/4 inch on both sides, making a total of 1.5 inch. We draw the dart leg. This represents the dart leg. So we've imputed the dart. The next thing we shall be doing after the dart is to go to the bust line, the chest line. All of our bust measurements is placed on the chest. Our bust is 36. We divided by 4. We got 9, and we added 1 inches sewing allowance. Then we go to the midpoint of that. We are going to put the armhole. We go to the midpoint. Then midpoint of that place. Our midpoint was 4. Then we draw the line as shown in the video. Then we are going to use our curve rule to bring out the armhole. So you can see gradually your armhole have come into place. The next thing we shall be doing now is inside we measure the armhole length. The armhole length from our measurement is 8 inches. So after that, we mark the midpoint and go down by 1 inch. Connect that particular place to the bust point. Then introduce a new bust point that is 3/4 inch away from the initial bust point on that particular line. Then on the armhole, introduce the dart leg, which is 0.5 inch apart on both sides. We are going to be having extension, so we shall be extending that particular dart leg by 1 inches. Now you introduce our new armhole. Now using your curve rule. Then after that, you have to just make this. Then we come to the bust point. The bust point is not going to be sharp. It's going to be curvy. You see our bust point is going to be curvy. It's not going to be sharp at that place. It's going to be very curvy. So we go to the chest line. Because of that 1 inches we lost at the dart spacing, we are going to add 1 inches to that chest, to the bust measurement. We add we extend our bust line by 1 inches. Then we'll go down to the waistline. We introduce our waist measurement. The waist measurement was 30. We divide it by 4. We get 7.5. Then with the dart spacing, now we have a dart spacing of 1.5 inches, which plus 7.5 is we mark 9 inches. Then we are going to be leaving then 9 inches. Then we are going to be adding 1 inches for allowance for sewing and ease allowance. So we shall be connecting the dots. We shall be connecting the lines together from the waistline to the bust line as shown in the video. So gradually, this is our front. This is our front, and this is the front pattern. So we now go to the next one, which is the back pattern. On the back pattern, we are going to be drafting all of the vertical measurement as drawn in the front pattern. So we are going to be leaving an extra space, which is 1 inch away from the center back line. This space is for zipper allowance. We shall be leaving it, but then after we draft it, then we'll impute all our horizontal measurements. Starting with the shoulder line, impute your shoulder measurement on your shoulder line. Introduce the neck width. Then do that same shoulder measurement on the bust on the chest line. Then use your ruler to draw a vertical line upward from the shoulder line to the chest line. Then the next thing you do, you just follow the same procedure that you did in the front pattern. So what we are going to do now and next is we are going to be imputing our bust measurement. Our bust was 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. From the 36 divided by 4 is 9. We mark that 9, and we are going to be putting allowances of 0.5 inches. So if we've insert the bust measurement on the chest line, the next thing we'll be doing after that is go to the shoulder line. We go to the armhole line. That armhole line we come down by 1.5 inches. Then draw a diagonal line from that armhole line to the neck width, which represent the shoulder slope. And now, what we are going to do after you got the shoulder slope is to find the midpoint between these and extend. Go in by 3/4 inch. Go in by 3/4 inch. If you've gone in by 3/4 inch, use your ruler to bring out the armhole shape. When you bring out the armhole shape, use your ruler. Then you first of all use your ruler. Then secondly, you make use of your curve rule, which is your French curve, to bring out the armhole shape. To bring out the armhole, that's the back armhole is already in shape. So now we go to the waistline, impute our waist measurement, which is 7.5. Then before we impute our weight measurement, what we did was that we impute the dart placement is going to be at 4 inches. 4 inches, which is about half of the bodice. So we also come up on the bust line and make another 4 inches mark. Rule a vertical line from the bust line to the waistline. This is for the dart placement. In this particular place, what we shall be doing now is we come down by half an inch, by 3/4 inch. That's where we are going. That's where our dart leg is going to stop. That's where our dart leg is going to. This is where our dart leg is going to stop. Then we connect. We are going to measure the armhole. If we measure the armhole, find the midpoint and come down by 1 inch. The armhole is 8. The half is 3, is 4, and we come down to 3. Then we connect to the bust line. This marking on the bust line. So this is it. So we also at this point we come up by 0.5 inch to have the new bust line. So what you are now going to do is measure the body. We are going to put the dart leg half an inch on both sides of these markings. So we connect the dark leg as seen in the video. Please, if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. So this is gradually you're coming to your this thing is coming is shaping out. The next thing you do is connect it so that you make sure that it's not too curvy. Look at it; it's not going to be too curvy like the initial one, like the front pattern. So it's not going to be too curvy like the front pattern. So what you are going to do at the armhole, you are not going to put a dart leg. You are only going to cut it out. You are not going to put a dart leg so that it will not bulge out at that bust point. You know, you don't have breast at the back. So you come up, and introduce a new, it just come up by a half an inch and introduce a new armhole as shown in the video. So from here, you connect, you measure your waist measurement, add 1 inch to it, which is you add 1 inch to it for your dart placement and connect to the bust line. So we've come to the end of this particular video. As you can see, we've gotten our front pattern, and we've gotten our back pattern. This spacing here is for zipper allowance. You know that you're going to be cutting most of your clothes on fold. So thank you very much for staying up to this time. If you have any question, kindly let us know. This is your classic princess. This is your classic princess dart. So this is it. That's both the front and the back pattern. Thank you very much.